I suppose Azhag is probably my favourite guy because I had the model for tabletop Warhammer. I don't think I ever got around to painting him, but I still have all of the bits for him to reconstruct him somewhere. I think the Wyvern fell apart at one point. Yep, the Wyvern as well. I had the full model. It's really cool. I do believe I also had Grom the Paunch, but yeah, I think the wolves came apart from the chariot and they need to be glued back together. But I used to love playing orcs and goblins on the tabletop. The only other army I owned on the tabletop was vampire counts, but they were, I think they'd only just become the vampire counts in their book. Like before, they were just called like skeletons or something or other before they separate them all off. Like I think in one of the original books I was looking at, you could have mummies in the original army when it was just sort of skeletons as their own separate book. But of course the mummies and that type of thing was more of a Tomb King's area once it all became divided.
Shifting! Moving fast! The lads are ready! Nasty stokers!
Ah, Heinrich Kelmler, yeah. I think I had Heinrich's model, because that wasn't too expensive, because he's on foot. But I don't remember owning a Krell, which is strange. You would have thought they would have been bundled together? Yeah, where is Grail? Exactly. Oh, this town is getting nicely stomped. I think my Wolf Riders can move along to the next unit. I really like the cavalry changes in the more recent patch. Cavalry don't just kind of hit things and do nothing anymore. Yeah, I thought Krell's backstory was that instead of becoming like a champion of Khorne properly, Khorne actually kind of ignored him, and he's kind of mad at Khorne because he just died a normal natural death and ended up dead instead of being taken to the forever battle in the Khornescape, or however you would say it was. So I thought Krell was actually kind of displeased with his treatment. Yeah, I think that's what I was told anyway. Big old asterisk on anything I say, because the other guy that I know is way better at Warhammer lore. He seems to know everything. And the strange thing is he doesn't even really like Warhammer Fantasy Battle that much. He is more of a fan of Warhammer 40,000. And that's his big thing. Oh, that Colossal Squig was awesome. He just ate a guy. This is who I should have been watching all game. This guy's a boss. Apparently this is a miniature of the Colossal Squig, but you have to buy it from Forge World rather than Games Workshop. Alright, cool. I do know he has his foundations in Chaos, but yeah, I thought he was a little bit sad about not being chosen enough to be granted the Immortal battle. What on earth is not broken? You would have thought everyone would have been running by now. Ah, these swordsmen. What about if I charge them in the back? Will they be so happy to fight then? There we are. No need for any mop-up because it's a town battle. They will all be slain to the man once the next screen pops up. So that went very well. I really like the hill goblins. I can see some people being angry with me because they're not super official, but I did actually go and find the Citadel book that they were in, and it all had all the Games Workshop licensing on it and everything else, and they were just like, I think there were hill goblins, some kind of mutated by the sea goblins that had gills, and yeah, there we go. He's one of the barbarian kings. Yeah, a lot of the sort of the white guys are resurrected barbarians. I think they find the burial tombs that are poorly guarded. Yeah, there we go. Nice. That's a cool name as well. Grimble Ironhelm. I do like a lot of the dwarf stuff. One of the guys I used to play against on the tabletop had a dwarf army though. It's so difficult to fight. Let's loot and occupy and get our health back. This is the part that I'm kind of worried about when you take your first town down in the human lands and everything is just surrounding humans. And yeah, sometimes it gets a bit mean out there. So I think my one trick here is that because I don't want them to siege this town and then attack the second army,
Nasty magic's ready.
I'll bring them outdoors to make sure that any attacks upon them will need to be, you know,
Fine.
fought by both the units. So we can't get locked out by being in the town. I still kind of don't like that whole siege of the town, but also participate in attacking the other army. That annoys me. It's quite cheesy. How are the garrison healing up over here? Okay, so this town's almost healed up, the high place. So we might be able to move out and attack as soon as we get into Straggler. We're at 24. And we need 26 to be into Straggler and lose that leadership penalty. I do like how much material there is for Warhammer. I think that's what makes it so great. Whereas the copied version, World of Warcraft, has no material really around it, and they struggle for ideas constantly. So I think World of Warcraft has kind of gone to the dogs. Because they only came up with World of Warcraft because they didn't finish making a game that they were licensing that was originally supposed to be a Warhammer game, so they just quickly changed a couple of things, and that's how you ended up with Warcraft 1, Orcs vs. Humans. I think for this zone we didn't have any kind of special anything. So I was going to see about maybe getting artillery unlocked here, with the Goblin toolbox to start with. The smartest gobbos can be right tools. In more ways than one. What a great bit of flavor text. I love it. So this new town that we captured, don't really want that there. I don't really want this here, but I will repair it. And it looks to be the end of our go. I'm hoping they re-recruit Skarsnik soon, so I can confederate them. Are we talking about Azhag? I love Azhag. He's cool. Oh, Thorgrim thinks he can take me. Oh no, a bug? Well, I am running the community bug fix, so perhaps that won't actually be there in my game. They're awfully on top of things, the community bug fix mod. They do some good work. They do more work than Creative Assembly do, that's for sure.